We are at the William Hill World Championship media launch, and we've got defending world champion Michael van Gerwen. Michael, is it all becoming real now that Alexandra Palace is only a few weeks away?
Yes, now that's the only tournament where we're looking forward to now. I think I ended off my tournament preparation quite well with winning the Play Championship finals. That's a good thing, of course. Everyone threw everything at me. Ian White, James Wade, Adrian Lewis, they tried everything, but was not enough.
Do you still get the same butterflies and the same excitement for the World Championship as you always did?
Every time is different, but not this one, because I had to pack my suitcase really quickly to make sure I was on London. So I didn't have a lot of time, but yeah, of course, to win is always great, especially in a final like that. Was maybe not the high standard everyone expected, but the game had drama, it had everything.
Like you said, everyone threw everything at you in the preparation, but you were slightly annoyed by Mervyn King, weren't you, and his antics?
Yeah, I was. I think there's no need for that. Back in the back room, in the practice room, everything was fine, and I didn't see anything coming. He even bought me a drink, so it was quite nice of Merv. And then on stage, he was moaning about the wind, about the dartboards, the bad dartboards, because he had a few fallouts, but I had exactly the same. Things like that happen, unfortunately. And he was talking next to me, and I didn't really like that. And of course, his back, maybe it could be a problem with his back, but why would you play then? That's why I think from, hey, it's no need for that. But and then he made a comment online on his Facebook that he wished me nerve pain and things like that, but that's not the thing I was moaning about. I was moaning and telling everyone what he was doing beforehand, do you know what I mean? Because I don't wish anyone problems with his back, because I know my mate, he used to suffer a lot with his back as well, Vincent. So I wouldn't do that, but if you only do it on stage and then also talk about win, about everything. He was busy with everything, but not with the game. And Merv is better than that. He's a bigger player than that. He shouldn't do it.
Do you think it was done because he knew that was the only way he could beat you? Because obviously the way you were playing, he wasn't in the same league, so he had to try something else?
Yeah, and of course I was annoyed with it, and I admit that, but he still wasn't good enough.
Again, there's been a lot made of your form this year, but it's 6 TV titles now. Do you really enjoy proving people wrong when they say you're finished?
Oh yeah, I love that. No, you need to make sure you keep going on top of them. And people throwing everything at me this year, and because I also showed some weakness in the summer. I didn't play 100% of my game, but then the bounce back feels even better.
I see a lot of similars to this time last year as well, when everyone was calling Gary Anderson the best player in the world and better than you, and you did exactly the same, and it happened the same. Everyone was saying that Gerwen Price was now the best player in the world. Is it things like that you really feed off at this time of year?
I got a big target on my back, and of course when you're doing really well, a lot of people don't want you to win, and I know that's a fact. And but then you get the great battles also on the stage, and I think that's good for darts, especially also characters like Gerwen Price, because he's doing really well lately. But yeah, I'm glad I could put the pressure on him yesterday and beat him in a really important final.
The way it's going with you and Gerwen, this could be a rivalry we see develop over the next 10 years. I'm not saying it's there yet, but potentially it could be as good as what you and Phil was 5-6 years down the line.
Can be, but I don't want to be rude to Phil Taylor, because he has to win a few more things to
That's what I said, potentially.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, could be. But Phil Taylor will always be Phil Taylor. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't really be fair towards Phil Taylor to say he's going to be the big new rival thing. Maybe what you just said in time, but not at this moment.
Speaking of Phil, do you miss that rivalry? Because I see you smiling there when you're talking about him, and there's a lot of talk about him potentially coming back, which I don't think any of us will happen. But would you like to see it happen if it could?
No, of course. Me and Phil, we sometimes speak, and then he's only started laughing because he loves to wind people up.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's not coming back. He loves the band here and there, but people probably underestimate how good he was for the sport, what he did for the sports and darts, and how good he was. Not only with his darts, also the mental aspect.
Again, we can't talk about Alexandra Palace without you and Phil. I'm guessing one of your main regrets at the World Championships is the fact that you'll never have the opportunity to wrong that final, and I can see by the look on your face that you wanted to.
Yeah, of course, because I think I had a big chance there to beat him in the final, and of course there was more possible, but unfortunately I didn't win, and you only can look forward now, and yeah, you have to move on, and yeah, I'm still doing okay, so nothing to worry about.
Again, looking at this year's World Championship, well, a lot's been made the fact that you've never defended this title. Does it bother you, or is it just something that everyone talks about?
Yeah, people love to make up a story somehow. So no, if I need to defend the title, win it for the 5 times in a row, the 3rd time, I don't care. I just need to make sure the tournaments I'm in, I'm winning, because otherwise no point competing. And I don't care about it. They said it about me as well, about the Grand Prix, because I only won it the odd years or the even year or whatever. And yeah, I'm not busy with that. Nah.
This year's championship as well, obviously we know that you're going to open up on opening night because you're defending champion, but then it could be up to 11 or 12 days before you play again. Is that a tough way to approach a tournament? It's like one game, then you've got a week off, and then mindset has to change again?
The second round already starts on the 19th or 20th, so I'll probably play 6 days later.
22nd this year.
22nd?
Yeah.
Second round?
Yeah, 3rd round.
Could you go straight to the 3rd round?
Oh yeah, I go the second one.
Yeah.
I don't even know. People just need to tell me when I need to be in London. And I only should bring my... No, exactly. That's why you have a management for. I need to bring my darts, and the rest is all...
So potentially that long a distance, is that a tough mindset for you, sir?
Nah, it's just how it is. Do you know what I mean? I've been there, I did it. Of course, I lost earlier in the World Championship before as well. I've learned a lot in the last years, and I just need to keep going and win my games. That's the most important thing. And yeah, whenever I play, I can't change it anyway. It's up to the PDC.
Raymond's last World Championship as well. I'm guessing you'd love to be the one to end the fairy tale.
Yeah, it would be nice, of course, but how it looks now is going to be really unlikely. I'm going to play him very quickly. Or he needs to be really unfortunate, but you never know what's going to happen. And of course, whoever is going to be on my path, I want to destroy. Simple.
Who do you see as your biggest rivals in this World Championship then?
Of course, still Gary Anderson, because he didn't have the best year, but he will step up like he always does. Raymond normally does really well. You go Rob Cross, Gerwen Price, James Wade's playing phenomenal darts. There's so many players who are doing really well and can go far in the tournament. But are they also capable of winning the tournament? I don't know.
I'm judging by that this game's all about levels that you know. And when you go to that level, is there anyone that can stop you when you're at your very best?
If I'm at my very best, they cannot beat me. But whatever you can say whatever you want, but you have to show it on the stage, and you're not allowed to make mistakes, because they guys practice every day. And what I said before, I've got a big target on my back, so they always can do a little bit extra against me than against someone else.
Michael, it's a pleasure. We'll let the other lads go.
Thank you.
Michael, I was just going to say, you've won 4 out of the last 6 TV titles since the match play break. Was that a kind of an inspiration to you to go and do well because of all the social media comments potentially saying it's finished, etc., etc.?
Yeah. Let them say whatever they want to say. You know, what I mean, I think people judge quite easily, and that's up to them. But you know, I mean, it doesn't really bother me. Otherwise, I wouldn't achieve in the last few months what I did. And of course, I want to win all the time. It's not always possible, and that you need to give that a place and just relax. And it will come back. Don't worry.
It certainly has done recently. Just a thought about, you mentioned there about Phil Taylor, what he's done for the sport. Yeah. Are you sort of understanding what you're doing for the sport in terms of taking it to another stratosphere?
I know a little bit, but it's not up to me to say that, because I know I'm confident, but I'm not there. There's nothing there. I don't like to say that.
Well, you're playing unbelievably well, as you always are. I just had a thought. If you are on 9 darter this year at the Ali Pally, are you going to go for it? Are you going to go and hit the single A?
No.
Depends on the other person.
I don't want to burn one barrier up. I think Uncle Barry runs on stage.
It'd be amazing to see. Just a thought. Is there literally anybody in the world that you are fearful of at all in the world of darts? Is there anybody that you actually fear playing at all in the world of darts?
Fear.
Yeah.
Scared of?
Yeah.
Is that a question?
Hard to ask it.
No, of course. Yeah. If you fear anyone, then you know you're 1-0 behind, and you shouldn't put yourself in that position. You need to go for your own strength and not your weakness.
I'll rephrase that question. are you happy that the fact that everybody fears you and that basically
Yes,
you're one set,
yes,
you're basically
they
one set
fear
ahead?
me, that's one thing for sure.
Yeah, that's right. And you basically essentially are set up basically before you walk on stage. In the mind games.
Yeah, in the mind, but I don't need mind games. I want to let my darts speak, and I need to make sure I do the right things at the right moments. Be like Gerwen after last week's win at the Grand Slam, he said I fear him now and things like that. But that's only because he likes to say and want to create things, but create things while it's not there.
You mentioned.
I mentioned yesterday to him this is the first of the next 18 again.
Absolutely.
No, but it's good. It's good for the batters and everything. And I also want to give him some compliments because what he does lately for the sports of darts, brilliant.
Absolutely. One more final question, just a thought. How do you see this one going in terms of trying to retain your title? Because you retained the title at the Grand Prix, first person to do it in a decade. You know,
You see, I'm in my retaining period, isn't it?
Absolutely. You regained the Players' Championship. You're doing
Exactly,
fantastically well. So
yeah, I don't see why I can do it this year. So I'm looking forward to it. And yes, people have to do something really special if they want to stop me.
looking forward to see that 4-star on your shirt. Thank you, Michael.
Would be nice.
Absolutely.
Michael, just one from me. As the field is getting better as well, number one, do you really feel the pressure now, or do you not at all?
You always feel pressure, but I also had that 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago because that's good. That makes you stronger. That makes you stronger for your next games, and you always need to bear in mind and don't get too relaxed because then mistakes are being made.
On an unrelated note,
That's two questions.
never stitch yourself up. On an unrelated note, in terms of the World Series going to Madison Square Garden next year in New York, what are your thoughts on that?
Phenomenal, isn't it? How many big people attended and played it or fight it in that arena? Darts community dream about things like that, but the PDC made it. Makes it happen, and that's a good thing for the progression of darts. Only one little downside of it, they took it out Vegas. So my nice little holiday week is gone.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
A few from me, Michael. You spoke about,
No, you keep a few.
just in case, you spoke about becoming a champion and as a world champion, 3 world titles now. How does it feel going there as a multiple world champion? Because there's not many people who get to do it.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't see the difference between if you won it 1, 2, or 3 times. Because I go there with the same mindset, the same power I want to win, and yeah, that's no.
What about targets? Do you set yourself world championship targets? I know you mentioned Barney.
No, yeah, that's just to wind them up. Just to wind them up. I will reach that. That's one thing for sure. But it's going to be tough because they all play good darts against me. So I know what I have to do. What I have to do to win the tournament. But you still have to do it. It's going to be good fun this year because a lot of people are playing quite good darts, and then it's good for people at home to see some cracking darts and some good high standard ones.
Well, I wanted to say that, you know, your rivalry with Gerwen has kind of shot up over the last couple of months. That's become good. How important is it for sport in general to have those rivalries and those battles? We've seen it down
It's very good, very important because if you don't have battles like that, people can see it as boring or things like that. But now you see, one goes away and Gerwen Price steps up, and that's how it goes lately. We also then Rob Cross had a few peaks this year at the match play at the European Champions. So it's been good this year.
You seem to see off everyone that comes your way. First Gary Anderson, Rob Cross, now Gerwen Price.
My way, I don't want to say that, but they're getting close to it, so I need to make sure I bounce them back.
And my final 2 questions are just some general stuff. You know, growing up as a young man watching darts, if you watch darts, what are your first memories of World Championship darts? Do you remember watching it?
I think the first ever World Championship I saw, I think, that's good. I can't even remember. No?
Do you remember playing your first World Championship?
Yeah. That was on the BDO. Yeah, lovely.
Let's have
Yeah, like, as the favourite, lost first round. But after that, of course, first round Phil Taylor lost. I could have won that one as well. Yeah, lovely. But things like that happen in darts, and you only get stronger if you lose a game. You first need to know how to lose before you can win.
And then the last one is it's obviously Barney's last World
Yeah.
Championship. Obviously a great rival down the years. What are your particular memories of playing him?
We always had great games, and we always a little bit extra because he didn't want to. Raymond always had the feeling if he lost to me, he failed for his country and this and this and this. But unfortunately, that's what happened. And yeah, what can you do about it? And yeah, it's his last World Championship. Unfortunately, people when they get older, they're gonna stop playing. It happened with Phil. Now it's gonna happen with Raymond, and but yeah, the show must go on.
Good man, brilliant. Thank you. See you at Ali Pally.
Thank you.